The MG Motor portfolio in India so far has consisted of SUVs like the one you see behind me, the ZS EV, as well as the MG Hector. But this sedan caught our eye at the Auto Expo pavilion at MG Motor. This is the eMG6. And so if you take a look at the vehicle, you'll see that the silhouette is a fastback. It's a 5-door sedan, or a notchback also, as it's popularly called. The overall design would fit in that category of sedans where it would probably compete with the Civic and the Octavia and others in that segment. Now up front, the grille clearly is the MG family grille. You also get a projector headlamp. And overall, if you observe keenly, you also have sensors up front, parking sensors up front, 18-inch rims running 225 section tires. Now, MG Motor has carved a niche for itself in terms of making cars embedded with SIMs that are connected to the internet and provide you a lot of mobile related functions. So let's take a look inside and see if the eMG6 also carries on that legacy. And in fact, one look at the interior and you know that it does. So you have a smart screen in front. You also have like a touch screen, and this looks like at least upwards of a 10-inch touch screen. Devoid of too many switches and buttons, not too much of a clutter. So clearly it is a car of the future. And talking about it being a car of the future, this is also a hybrid. So this will be running a 1.5 liter turbo petrol, which will also be paired with an electric motor. So the combined output of the motor from the spec sheet that the eMG6 currently has would be around 300 bhp and 480 newton meters of torque. That's a really, really potent power plant under the hood of this vehicle. And if it does indeed compete in the segment where the Civic, etc. are going to be, I think at least in terms of how potent this powertrain is, it might get the better of the competition. Now, having said that, so we spoke to MG Motor at the pavilion here. They say while they have the capacity to perhaps bring this vehicle to India, they're not really sure yet if this will indeed be coming to India. And like you may have noticed, this current variant of the MG6 is a left-hand drive, so it's not even been specified for markets like the Indian market. But overall, it's a good-looking car with a really potent engine and comes with all the USPs that MG Motor has managed to carve for itself in the Indian market. So if they do indeed bring it here, while SUVs are all the flavor of the season and generally of the market, but if they do indeed bring it here as a sedan standalone, this looks like a really promising product.